Hi everyone, GB Safford Jamie here, and today I'm sitting here with fashion journalist and GB friend Margie.
Hey guys, Margie Plus here. Like Jamie said, I'm a fashion journalist, a style blogger, a stylist, and a rising pop star.
Today Margie's here to talk to us about her career, her style, and self-love.
We're here to talk about it all.
So, from what I understand, you're not originally from NYC, but you're from Spokane, Washington?
Girl. You gotta call it like the locals. It's not Spokane. Everyone says like, oh, you're from Spokane, Washington. I'm like, it's Spokane.
I'm just saying it how it's written.
No, I know. I got you. Yeah.
So what was it like coming from the West Coast to the East Coast?
Coming from the West Coast to the East Coast was a really big shock. Like Spokane, Washington, like for those of you who know it, is a super, super small town. So it didn't really it wasn't a big place to house creativity. Having neon hair wasn't necessarily like a cool thing. And having a mom who was a single mom and, growing up kind of poor where she had 3 kids, we learned how to be super, super resourceful. Like it was really, really, I was like, hey. Sorry, we got people in the background like waving their hands like this. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I learned what was really great about Spokane is that it had a bunch of thrift stores. So I learned that I could have, $15 and have a new wardrobe. Just, I could cut a shift dress into a 2-piece. I can tailor it myself. And it gave me, being a plus size woman, a really big outlet for creativity in my fashion. So Spokane was, that was what Spokane was for that. And now I get to live my creativity in New York, which is amazing.
So, living your creativity, you do wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, so I wear a lot of hats. So I'll tell you a little bit about my background story. So I went to apparel design school, and after going to apparel design school, I was taking, business courses, and I was like, I realized I didn't necessarily love designing. I loved fashion. I loved styling more. So I knew I wanted to do business. I knew I wanted to have my own business, whether it be styling, my own line or whatever. So I went to grad school in LA, and that's when I really, really started interning. I interned with some really big stylists. I got to do a music video shoot and do a bunch of really cool stuff. But I knew that I needed to come to New York if I wanted to do editorial, like for real and seriously, and be taken serious. So I got an amazing internship at Condé Nast for Lucky magazine at the time, which was a big shopping magazine. After that, I went to Vogue for a little bit of a stint, and then I interned at Betsy Johnson. And then after doing all those internships in New York and realizing, okay, I could be a plus size woman in fashion, like this is okay. I got hired on to Lucky to do all of their plus size content. So that was kind of my big break. Then I started, one of the editors was like, why don't you have a style blog? This is, mind you, 5 years ago, so style blogs weren't, as big of a thing. It was just pretty much Gabby and Nicolette. And so I was like, yeah, I guess I can take pictures of myself. Like, they're like, you're a big girl with style. Like, okay. So I started taking pictures of myself. For my blog, I started doing a bunch of, different like style campaigns and blogger initiatives, and while doing all the content for Lucky, and that kind of led to so many bigger things. Now I write for Yahoo Style, and now I'm doing, music, which has been a huge progression for me. 3 years ago, I met my fiance. He's a music producer from Norway. I'm like kind of obsessed with him. If you see my Instagram live, it's usually back shots of me being like, I love him. He's amazing. He's like so talented. So he was playing a beat one day when we were first dating, and I started singing. He was like, oh, you sing? And I was like, oh, you haven't heard about me, because it was more just like we're dating, whatever. And I've always sang and did music, but when I went to college, I was like, I'm not doing music anymore. It's just fashion. I'm gonna live my Sex and the City dream. But he really inspired me to start singing again, and so I started writing music again and doing this whole progression. And I just performed at Ambrose's Slut Walk a couple of months ago, which is a huge women's rights march in LA, which was huge. Beyonce's production team that did Lemonade did my last music video. So it's like all of a sudden I'm really getting into this motion of fashion and music, and it's really, really cool.
Pretty, building your
pretty
brand.
Exciting, yeah. And so I do wear a bunch of hats. I do fashion, I do music. I'm my own press person. I'm my own agent. I'm out there hustling.
And it's gotta be hard doing all of that in New York, because it's the city that doesn't sleep. So it's nonstop.
When people say that New York doesn't sleep, they're being 100 with you. People will go to work at 8 a.m. Get home at 7, eat dinner, go to the club till 4 a.m. and do it all again. And it's crazy. It's all about, especially freelancing. and making your own work and doing music as well, it's like you have to create a schedule. I know me, I write everything down. Like that's like super important for me. I need to write everything down and realize that I can't have a lot of hats, but it's, you know, I have to have some type of organization. Yeah, so.
You get crazy out here.
Yeah, it really doesn't say, because, you know, I'll be like, you know, I'll get a phone call from my friend and be like, oh my gosh, it's the Fendi party, like, we're going tonight, like, come. Or, you know, like, come on, it's up and down, we're at Ree's table. And I'm like, Rihanna? Oh, that's my girl. Oh, wait, that's right, okay. So it's, like, weird. It's, like, New York provides you with opportunities that you would never have anywhere else. But it's, like, you kind of don't sleep. You need coffee. That's all I got to say. We run on coffee. That's real talk.
So you said you've been to Fendi shows. I've seen you at Chanel stuff. What is it like being a plus size woman at these like high end luxurious fashion shows and parties and that?
I mean, obviously it's like super, super cool. It's pretty much me and my best friend Felicity, who curve model, who are only at these events. Like you don't see a lot of plus size girls because it's like they don't really cater to us, you know? We're kind of the only ones that are trying to break down and be at these events and really being seen and shown and being like, I can still be at the Fendi event and be, you know, plus size and still look as good as all these other girls. And it's like, we want to be seen so that we'll be represented by these brands at some point, you know, and show that we have a space in this market and we have a place here. So, yeah. Paving a way. Paving a way.
My next question is more towards the body positivity stuff.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, you guys are the only ones who are really at these events. So how would you define body positivity?
So I feel like body positivity to me is pretty self-explanatory, right? It's like all about being it's all about being positive about your body, having an outlook that it's bringing that self-love aspect of it and realizing that your uniqueness and your difference is what makes you great and special. And there's, you know what I mean? Like if you have stretch marks, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're less than or that, I don't know. It's like body positive to me is just love yourself, girl. It's all about loving who you are inside and out. And that's going to project onto all the other people. You know, you can't really love anybody until you love yourself. You know, isn't that a saying? I don't know. I love everybody. I love me and I love everybody. I don't know.
So when it comes to your personal style, how would you describe it? And where do you draw your inspiration from?
Okay, so this is like a really hard one. No, I'm just kidding. My style, I think, is very eclectic. I like colors. I like prints. It's a little sporty. It's a little sexy, but definitely pretty fun.
Yeah, you're definitely fun.
Definitely a little loud. Because I like to make a statement. As you can tell, I have neon hair. Like, I literally have my hair color every single color in the rainbow, like imaginable. Every single color. But I found like the neon yellow is just like, I don't know. I've had this the longest.
It works.
It works? Okay.
It works.
I feel like it's now part of like who I am.
It's like a twist on blonde, you know?
Yeah. I know exactly. Like, it's like, oh, is she not? Wait, she has neon hair. But I'm trying to make it like more like I want to make it the new normal. I want to make neon hair the new normal, okay? Y'all hear me out there? This is neon. I'm neon. Just love me. I don't know. Whatever.
So now you have the yellow hair, you like neon colors, but you are still representing your brand, 360 degrees of it.
Yeah.
How do you incorporate your style into the workspace?
Yeah, well, I'm lucky enough to be able to freelance from home now, which is amazing. But when I was in the office, it was definitely about finding that balance of who you are, but also being work appropriate. So it would be like, you know, maybe having an outfit that's color blocked or adding a print on print look that, you know, you're still covered up, but you can tell you're playing with fashion. You know, you may have an all-tone, like, all-tan look with, like, a tan, like, midi skirt and a tan, like, turtleneck with, like, a tan draped coat over with, like, booties. You know? I don't know. So it's all about taking things that are loud and mixing them with, like, everyday workwear. Yeah.
What are your favorite prints to mix?
Ooh. I like to mix everything. Honestly, I don't even know what my favorite. I like to mix leopard on leopard. I like. What do we got in prints over here?
We don't have any prints.
Okay.
This even has.
Yeah, exactly. Like a floral on
floral.
floral. Exactly. So it's like that. I love to like. I would then maybe pair with like a floral skirt that's maybe of the same colorway. It doesn't always have to match. That's what I want to show. Like, you know, all the girls out there. It's like you can wear something that's a little different and a little odd, but it's okay, and it's fun to experiment with fashion and try new things. And that's kind of why I love Gwitty B, because obviously you can try out a lot of things.
What pieces from the GB closet are your closet must-haves?
Well, obviously this nice little, I have it slouched up. I'm trying to give a look.
She wore this a little oversized, I feel like.
I wore it a little oversized because I like it draped off my like back, like, oh, I'm somebody, like, I'm busting through, I'm in a club. Yeah, so this is like one of my favorite. I'm obsessed with bombers right now. If you looked on the site, there's an amazing one that's like green military bomber. And I want it in like a 3X, just kind of oversized, and it's everything.
And bombers are super trendy right now.
No, totally. So that's like definitely in my closet.
One of those pieces that you want to just try out for a little bit and see if you really like it.
Oh, for sure, because you can wear it dressed up or dressed down. You can have a little sequin shift underneath, and like for a night out, and like cute outfit. So some other things are like these faux leather jeggings are everything. They fit my body so good. And then obviously, if you can't tell, I love neon. And I love this because it's like, it's the sheer material kind of makes it a little bit more sexy, but it's so bold and covered up. They look great with like skinny jeans. And it's great
for the office where the temperature is constantly
changing.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. So that if you get a little cold, you can throw that on and have like a black little dress underneath, which is perfect. And then of course, the boyfriend jean. I love a good boyfriend jean. You need to love a good boyfriend jean. I don't care what you look like, what size you are. Everybody needs a pair of boyfriend jeans.
What's your number one tip for boyfriend jeans?
Ooh, I don't have it. There's so many. It's so crazy because I have ones that are stretchy and I have ones that are not stretchy. So I think that I like the boyfriend jeans that have a little bit more extra destroyed denim. I do like them to go in a little bit. I like it to be a looser cut and a little more high-waisted, I think.
So like the really worn-in.
The really worn-in high-waisted. These may
actually be for my boyfriend look.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I like to size down with boyfriend jeans. I like them a little bit more tailored and fitted, and then throw a blazer over them.
Okay.
So even like the neon blazer would go with the boyfriend jeans.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, 100%. And throw like a little tank underneath or something to like, yeah. I'm totally down with you, girl. We just styled an outfit over here. So yes, what do we have on the list now, darling?
I think that is all that we have for today.
She's like, oh wait,
we actually done all of these.
And so if you guys didn't hear, obviously I do music. And my new single, Think About It, is on Spotify and iTunes. So y'all definitely need to check it out. Margie, Think About It. And
where can we find you on social?
So you can find me on social at Margie Plus, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and MargiePlus.com. And now Spotify and iTunes, Margie, Think About It.
And you can check out Margie's reviews on some of our new arrivals that are coming to the site.
Yes, GB Influencer. Hey.
She's here every Tuesday with us doing some reviews.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. And until next time, have a good one.
Bye, guys.